Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, it feels so nice. We time, you I know how to make me feel right. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk, I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk, you need to say less to me. Don't need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. Why you blushing? Yeah, sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. Good girl. Show me something. Give me more than one thing. I need more than less than I do. Say you're a good guy. Make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, it feels so nice. I can't help how. Got this sweet talk, I'm already on my way. I'm pulling up, don't be late. I'm cutting through all the lanes. Sweet talk, you need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. We've been dancing all night long, right here with you way too long. Don't want nothing here or now, but I'm done waiting, done wasting my time. Got this sweet talk, I'm already on my way.
There we go. Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a good Friday night here. It's going to be probably like a good hour and a half stream tonight, so nothing too crazy. We're pretty much just waiting for Bitcoin to finally make this move. I know we've been talking about this for a while here, but hey Etrev, hey Slimy, hey Kay, Relax with Ingrid, and Meher. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Excuse me. All right. We're going to start off kind of the same way we always do here. We're going to talk about the monthly moving averages and the monthly chart for Bitcoin. Let me make sure everything's fine on my end over here. I think everything's fine. Okay. That's good over there. But yeah, so at this moment in time, I still haven't really heard many other YouTubers really start to, I don't even want to call it, talk about any of these moving averages, any of these concepts that I've been kind of talking with you guys about. I think they're going more with the trend line analysis, kind of the more basic technicals here, and not so much of the historical patterns. But one of the bad things that I see right now is we are having some trouble again, right? This isn't the first time. We've had some trouble again here with the 20-month moving average. We're now below it again. The current price for that 20-month moving average is going to be at 40,216. So we're just barely underneath it by less than 1,000 points here, but we are below it right now. We have 7 more days until the month closes out. Within this next week, we want to see Bitcoin pump, and then maybe, just maybe, we have an opportunity to have a stronger move up, if you will. Because right now, it looks like what happens with a lot of moving averages is we find some type of great price, we come back down, we hit a level of support, we bounce back above it, and then the next opportunity we get, we kind of flag back down here, and it looks like we took a little bit of a hump, and now we're trying to come back down here. And to kind of, put this into a little bit of context here, just you guys have all been looking at charts for a while. Whenever you guys have seen a chart that looks like this with a moving average, how often does all of a sudden does it just have a massive green candle coming out of nowhere? It's usually pretty rare for that to happen on charts like this. So for instance, the last few times that we came down to the 20-day moving average or 20-month moving average, we didn't crash, guys. Normally it looked a little bit more gradual where we came down like this, but we popped back up. We normally don't come back down and do this little tap thing. So let's go back over here, right? We came down, we popped, and then we kind of crashed over here. See where that hump came into effect right there? And then over here, we came down slightly nice and easy. Then all of a sudden, we just kind of took a crash here. But rarely when we get over here, do we have something that looks like this, right? Normally, we have some type of slow entry into the 20-month moving average, kind of go down there for a little bit. Then we find a way to come back up. This one, we tried to do that, but we're still having too much selling pressure at the moment. That's really driving everything down, unfortunately. And then, of course, we got the weeklies here. We got slammed on the second on this next attempt of trying to get back above the 20-week moving average. We got slammed hard, partly because of Jerome Powell, partly because of the markets right now. And going into the markets, guys, next week we have earnings. I think I can actually find this up for you guys as well. Um, Earnings next week, April 25th. Yeah, here we go. So we got a lot of earnings coming up here. Activision should actually be pretty interesting as well. But Microsoft right here, Google, there's going to be a lot of important earnings coming out. And if they are not looking so hot for us, guys, that will drive Bitcoin down just because of the stock market's going to be coming down even more. If you guys weren't looking at the stock market today, I mean, the Dow was down almost 3%, NASDAQ 2.5%, S&P, somewhere in between 2.5% and 3% there. So nothing was good at all for the market. I think the only thing that was up really today was Twitter. That was pretty much up in this SLB here, which was oil and gas. But for the most part, guys, Twitter was like the only green thing in the market. Tesla barely moved down today, but Twitter is only really moving up just because, that's the guide I'm making for you guys. But it's only really up because Elon Musk proved that he had financing available so you could buy it. And maybe that'll change the way that the board views his offer. If I was the board, I would take his offer and just sell it, to be frank. But only because they've tried so many times to make Twitter into something more from a revenue standpoint to grow the business and the user base. And they have not been doing a good job on it at all. That board is atrocious. Kevin O'Leary had a good take on them. It was hilarious to watch. But right now, guys, I'm just going to read everything. In case you guys are new to the channel, I'm still bearish on Bitcoin right now. I watched, if you guys go look at Colin, James, and Rob over on, well, I don't know whose channel it was today, but if you go over here and you just type in, I don't know what it is, Bitcoin, maybe over here, I don't know what it was. Well, I forget exactly what the thing is called here. No, okay. Well, they have a little like an hour. Every week they kind of talk for an hour amongst each other, like three large crypto YouTubers, and they kind of give their thoughts about different stuff. James he has like a channel of like 400,000 like that. He's still very bullish on Bitcoin. I kind of disagree with him a little bit. Rob says we might go down to 30,000 if things get really rough in the stock market because things are correlated. I'm more in agreement with him, I guess you would say. I'm surprised because he just recently kind of changed his tune about the market being bullish, which I was kind of excited about. The more people agree with me, the stronger my feelings can be, because I hate being the one bearish guy amongst all these bulls on the YouTube channels, right? Yeah, but right now, guys, we're still looking bearish, unfortunately. But we've been using this trend line for a while on the daily charts. And we broke down again today, unfortunately. Oh, excuse me, yesterday, and now we're coming down even a little bit more here. If you guys would have remembered, I told you guys a few days ago, the fact that we finally did close down below this line, that was a big warning sign to say the next time we come down here, it's not even going to really take much to bring us down below this line again. So if we actually go back over to that 15-minute chart, we only had one tap, and then we gave it up so easily here. We still have an opportunity to move up higher over the next few days. But man, it's really going to be more of whales coming up in here just like they did previously to kind of drive the price back up. This was really the thing that sealed our fate. If you're looking for some type of support right now that we don't want to break down below because that could really lead to an increase in the downward pressure, it's this level of support that we had on the last time we actually came down below here, and that's at about 38,565, about 1,000 points less than where we are right now. But again, this is a Friday night stream, guys. I'm not going to be too showy here today. We'll just kind of talk and chill about Bitcoin and any other coins you guys are looking at. Because right now, nothing's looking too hot as far as what I'm seeing at the moment. I'm just looking for some good opportunities to buy some more. I did buy a small amount of crypto today again. I'm starting this process of where I'm buying up for the next altcoin season, next major run for Bitcoin, and I'm not putting I'm putting in some money, but not like massive portions of my portfolio are going into crypto right now. I have a lot of cash on hand. And there's a problem with that as well, with inflation and everything. But I think right now my money is better served in the bank, kind of doing nothing at the moment, which is kind of rare because normally I would have money in stocks, something, gold, bonds, whatever. And I'm just not putting my money into anything right now because nothing looks attractive to me. Um, so not, I mean, like from all the big dogs, not even real estate looks good from the people that actually pay cash for real estate. Nothing's looking good in this market at the moment. So same sentiment as the last few weeks, guys. I wish I could say something different. We'll see if we do in fact come back down, or if a whale can kind of pump us up. But like I said the other day, I wish I could be bullish on this, but I'm just not really at the moment here. But again, we may see a reversal if whales can kind of pop in here because unfortunately at the moment the technicals are still bearish for Bitcoin, and we are pretty well. Actually, we just had that death cross here a few days ago as well, and then you see we're actually moving down off of that a little bit. I'm hoping we can come back down here to not breaking down below this low over here, that 35,000 level I told you a few seconds ago, or no, 38,500. Sorry. And I'm hoping we can try to curl back up here instead of having just a flat out crash that brings us back down to like $37,000 or so. But again, let's kind of wait this bad boy out. All right. There we go. Hey, King. Okay, like the song I come on with. I've been looking for more and more music, and I'm going to keep on putting new music in that slot. I'm going to kind of rotate it out everywhere, every once in a while. But that song is actually the song I use at the end of my regular videos when it shows like the options of other videos you guys can watch. That's the song that plays. I like it I like it a lot. Let's see here. Hey, I'm a Doge. Nothing particular crazy is going on with Doge. It's the same across the market. Everything's going down. But I can pull up Doge if you just want to see it for a second. Yeah, there you go. We can actually change up some of these technicals for Doge right now. Let's get rid of this one. This support's going to be important here over the next few weeks if we do take a tumble. Let's take off this one for the short term. We don't need this breakdown point anymore. Anything else that I can see? Is this lower than that? There we go. Anything else? Maybe if you want to edit another old support right there. There you go. All right. Yeah, so right now, just like everything else, Dogecoin looks a little bit bearish as well. It looks like we may have a pretty bad day from Dogecoin's experience just because we're looking like if Bitcoin does take a leg down today, and I'm saying if it does because nobody knows, you'll see it breaking down below its 50-day moving average, which means it could have a 4 to 5% downward day, maybe even more than that, so just be prepared for that. But at the moment, nothing's really popping out as far as Dogecoin or any coin for that matter. I've only been buying some of those coins I told you guys about the other day as far as low market cap coins that have really been doing nothing of the sort, really. But if we go over here and we look at some of these other coins, oh, not that one. Uh, let's go take a look at Ethereum on the daily chart. Ethereum already broke down below its 50-day moving average here. Still looking like it doesn't really have much support at the moment. We just talked about Dogecoin here. Matic already down below the moving averages here, getting pressed down by the 20-day moving average. Not even we haven't even been able to close above it, and we've tried for like the last 4 days in a row. Right now, Matic support is somewhere around $1.30, so about 6 cents less. ADA, nothing as far as support anywhere really close here, maybe around 87 cents. Then after that, then we started looking back at ADA going to 80 cents. Hopefully, we can have a little bit more of a rebound there, but we are getting close to that death cross as well. XRP, death cross a while ago, still moving down here. I like XRP for a longer term hold, but right now I feel no reason to really be buying more of it, more than I already have, I should say. Luna, fine. Luna had a nice bounce here, which has actually been pretty interesting. It's been trying to get above that 50-day moving average here. Look at that. Tried. It tried. It really did try. Failed, and we're seeing some of those results here today. But as of now, be careful of this one. If this one starts breaking down below, what was the low on this candle? $90.54. This is probably going to be a good short that'll bring it back down to the $85 range for, more of a day trade if you ask me. But if you wanted to swing this, I bet you're going to have a lot more people looking to short this as it kind of consolidates like it did up here. And then when it tanks, this is one of those last great large market cap coins that really is still at a very high level. So if it does crash, if Bitcoin does have a rough time, you will see this come down a lot harder than a lot of other coins, and that'll be amazing to watch. It will be amazing to trade, and then you're going to be looking for some type of pattern to really trade off of. But most people that are probably holding this position, if they do have any, probably bought at the old support level over here, or what they did is they still have an open short from this breakdown right here, or this breakdown from the all-time high, the previous all-time highs. Sheeb already broke down below the 50-day moving average here, close to a death cross. We'll see how that turns out, but nothing is really looking as bearish. EOS is looking to break down below the 50 today. Hopefully it doesn't. Ethereum Classic. Oh, what is this bad boy doing? Holding support, the fib support barely. Like tapped right there, trying to hold. We'll see how that pans out, but hopefully can manage to get back up here. That's an extension trend though, so it's not going to be as nice. What do we got here for fib retracement? This one look any better, or is it not looking so hot? Doesn't line up the way I want it to. Let's go here for this drop. Or is that drop a little bit nicer? Yeah, that's a little better. Yeah, you might have a chance to buy some Ethereum Classic if it pops down here to 33.40 or something like that. About $1 less than where it is now. This has just been coming down bit by bit, hasn't it? Ouch. Anything else of interest here? No, you're just seeing a lot of moving averages pushing everything down. Look at this. Dot getting pushed down by the 20, having a death cross. STMX, I'm looking to buy more STMX over during next week here, getting pushed back down by the 20-day moving average here. They're just kind of all hitting some levels of resistance. Death cross coming here. Well, let's see if we can manage to get back above that. But you see Engine Coin is right there at support. FTM down here. It's gonna get pushed down by the moving average, but it hasn't gotten pushed down just yet. It hasn't even gotten to actually test the level yet here. ICP is actually holding fairly well compared to a lot of other stuff. Oh, it's actually up 2% today. So I think you're seeing people try to buy this up and just trying to keep the support level of about $15.75. If you guys wanted to buy ICP right now, I would only suggest going in small and maybe doing weekly buy-ins if you wanted to do that, or even daily buy-ins just with a really small amount, like 1/7 the weekly buy-in price. And then you'll be able to kind of have a decent average there. But be forewarned again, it is close to having that 20-day moving average come right down. So hopefully that's not one last, a trap where people are going to be looking to short the crap out of this if Bitcoin does fall. Link actually doesn't look good at all. Look at that. Ouch. Maybe it'll find some support back over here around this level over here, about $13 or so. 44 cents less than we are now, but this might come all the way back down over the next few days to $13, $12.50 or so. Litecoin, anything special, come back over here to this old support level. We don't need this right here. This is old support from way back over here. Probably need to move that somewhere around $97 or so. Yeah. Mana, anything there? No, Mana doesn't look too good either. Doge Elon looks like it still wants to tank some more. Found support today, but this will be interesting to watch, and if it'll come down more or if it can have a good day, because this could have a really Doge Elon could have a really bad day, guys, where we would break it back down today below the 20-day moving average, or maybe just use it as support. Okay, let's go back over here to Bitcoin though. Yeah, let's go to the 1-minute chart here. Hoping for better things here as far as Bitcoin's concerned, but again, it just looks and it kind of feels bearish here, and partly because we've talked about, I've been complaining about it for the past few months here, that I don't like how Bitcoin's been getting more and more correlated to the stock markets, and Nasdaq and the S&P, right? I don't think the markets are in good shape right now, as we saw over the past few days here. Some of these drops that we've been seeing after this kind of fake rally, synthetic rally, I guess you would call it. We need to have a good earnings week next week, and if we do, we have a good chance of having a full-on reversal here where you guys would be okay with buying even at these levels. But if we don't have a good earnings report, if Google, slashes their forecasting for next quarter, or Apple does the same, or Microsoft does the same, and the earnings may be okay, but future earnings maybe not looking so hot, and any other companies out there that have larger market caps, you will see the market really get ticked off in a hurry, and people just start leaving the market, waiting for a larger down move, and then everybody will be pumping everything back up. So, it's not all down here. Even if we do have a little bit of a dip or so next week, we should have a pretty, maybe an okay rebound the following week or maybe the week after that if we do fall. Okay. Hey, Monster. How long have I been investing in crypto? Oh, I think like since 2006. No, 2018. Since 2018. So for the past 4 years, I knew about crypto from a long time ago. Um, but 2017, 2018 is when I first really started getting started in it. I watched crypto in 2017 because there was that big bubble, the Christmas hype, where we kind of hit $20,000 for the first time. I did not buy because again, I had already been kind of looking at other stocks and stuff for a while, so I was like, okay, so this is one gigantic pump and dump, right? Because if you go back and look at Bitcoin's history, it has tons of these massive pumps and then it kind of dumps. So I waited for it to dump, and then I had to work a little bit, and then I saved up to buy like 3 Bitcoin at like $3,800, $3,700 or so. Um, and then maybe around 2020, I started doing more trading with it, But before that, I was really just buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold, and I still kind of have that mindset. But now I'm starting to trade more and more with this because the market's it's a lot easier. Like we have platforms like Binance, KuCoin, BitGet, all that type of stuff. Um, we didn't really have as much. All we had was like Coinbase back in the day, and a really bad version of Coinbase at that. So it was much harder to trade and look at all the charts and stuff. Everything wasn't on TradingView, wasn't on Exchange. Dashboards that you guys could see like today. It's a whole different ball game where you just kind of bought, waited for it to pump up, and then you sold it. But for a while now. Hey Steve, thoughts on SafeMoon? Do you own any? I don't own any SafeMoon. What I keep on hearing from Twitter and everybody else is it seems to be a scam. So I'm not even gonna buy into it if there's that much freak out over it. But it looks like the volume has slowly been going down in that bad boy. So be careful if you are looking to buy into it, and if you are in it, try to find a way if you can verify to see if it is a scam or not. Because I mean, I've heard like through here, like people talking to me about it on Twitter on other YouTube channels that SafeMoon's a scam, and I have no idea if it's true or not because I still haven't taken the time to verify it because I just don't care too much about SafeMoon. But I have been hearing it's a scam, so just be careful of that going forward. But I think the market cap is maybe like 500 million or so, so it's not like it has a such a crazy market cap. But if people do start to sell out of it, it'll go down fast if people believe it's a scam. That's something else though. Hey, Ken, no worries. Quick question about capital gains tax. If I hold a position for a year, will I get hit if I buy and sell after that? I don't know how the new tax system works out as far as crypto is concerned. I've had to like get my account to do everything for me this year. Um, I think if you're still gonna have to pay taxes on it if you hold for a year, but I think it's less taxes than the taxes if you're doing more day trades and things of that nature. If that makes sense, right? I need to find a way to figure that out because it changed up during this last little law, this little thing we had. The last time we changed tax laws. Um, 'Cause I know I've looked this up before. Okay, here we go. So according to the IRS notice published, yeah, whatever. A capital gain occurs if you sell crypto for more than your initial investment. For instance, if you buy one Bitcoin at 20, you sell for, yeah, whatever. Um, the length of time you hold your crypto will affect the amount of capital gains you will be liable to pay. If you hold cryptocurrency for 12 months or less, short-term capital gains will apply. If you hold crypto for 12 months or more, you'll be subject to long-term capital gains tax treatment. Okay, and then here you go. Most of you guys will be in this 10% range, single filers, up to 9,000. If you guys make more than that, of course, you'll be moving up to the 12, 22, 24, 32, and so forth here. Um, I wish they could just have a cap at 15 and everything be 15, but they're kind of finding a way to annoy a lot of a lot of people here. But here you go. So you'd probably be in the 10 to 12% kind of range here, I'm assuming. And then short-term capital gains tax, so maybe 10 or 12%. But if you're doing it for the long term, then it kind of moves up here. Oh, geez, what is it? Up to 40,000, zero for long term. 15% afterwards from above 40,000 to 445,000. That's where most people are going to be if they're full time. For you guys, I guess, us here, probably more up to the $40,000 range as far as crypto is concerned. So probably zero for you. For me, probably one more than the 15%, but that's what I'm normally used to paying. I don't like this kind of weird way they do it, kind of based off of how much money you've made. I feel like they need to, like, if you're gonna start raising the taxes on people, do it to the people making over like seven figures in the crypto space, and leave everybody else alone so the market can kind of flourish here. The government's gonna be making bank off of crypto traders, like bank off of everybody trading. But that's good because if they feel like they need to make, they're gonna make more money, then maybe they'll actually start regulating the freaking system. All right, there we go. And hey, baby fish, happy to see you back. Hey, Monica. Hey, Mike. Death Cross on the BDB daily. Do you mean BGB? I know Bitget was going down today. I'm still holding my position. I'm probably just going to add more over time on it, but I know it was close to getting to like 18 cents or so, or really close to it. I think so. It may come back down a little bit more, maybe to like 15 cents or so. Um, I'm just going to continue to hold it and try to find more ways to get more coins here. Maybe if it starts to dump, I'll sell off another 10, 15, maybe even 20% of my BGB tokens and then just buy more down so I can get more coins out of it. But I'm not really taking profit, so to speak, off of it, even though I'll pay taxes on it all the same, all the same, right? And hey, Burger Up, what's right there? Thoughts on where we might be headed with the new inflation info? Think the markets are overreacting. The markets aren't overreacting right now. What we've been seeing is bad earnings reports, which has been kind of nuts here. You guys saw Netflix. I mean, imagine this: Netflix lost subscribers. Netflix and chill. What happened to thee? It is gone, right? People are like unsubscribing from Netflix for like the first time in a long time. I don't know. When's the last time Netflix had no had people more people subscribing than unsubscribing? That is absolutely insane here. Microsoft and Apple will be big for next week here, but the majority of earnings have been, mixed at best. Poor if you're looking at some of the key ones that we want to. There've been some exceptions in there, like Tesla had a good earnings, but it still lost out on all the gains today. Even those things that have been doing well, from a financial standpoint, people are still pulling the money out because they don't want to they don't want to lose unrealized gains, if you will. So I think we go over here. I think Twitter was the only thing up today, but Twitter has its own thing going on, as you guys know. But going over here to Tesla, I mean, look at this. That's blood. Look at that roosh. I mean, just ouch. Look at that. I mean, we had a few in here. Twitter's up. We talked about that. EA's up. Activision's down. LMT, Lockheed Martin. That's war. We're giving a bunch of money to these war people so they can make all this stuff and send them over to Ukraine. That's what's basically going on there. In Northrop, L3 Harris Technologies, aerospace defense, like war stuff. United Airlines had a good day. Airlines in general actually had a good week because they had good earnings. But here, Financial Group was up, but for the most part, guys, I mean, all just blood red across the board here. Apple's down 3. Nvidia is still falling, guys, still falling. It did have a breakdown there, so watch out for it. I think you're going to see a lot of people buying this, shorting this. It just has not been doing well. But I think the majority of the market's bearish. And remember what we talked about as far as the major indexes here. So if I were to kind of pop this over here very fast, there we go, full. Maybe go to watch list. And let's start off with the Nasdaq here. We go to the daily charts here, and let me get rid of I don't know what I want to do here. I mean, we're breaking down again from the same point down here, but we broke down here before, and the market just didn't even care, right? So let me get rid of this trend line here, but there we go. We're about to have another death cross here on the market. We already had the death cross here on the weekly charts. We just had a death cross on the 50 and the 20-week moving averages. Last time we did death cross here was all the way back over here after a little bit of a drop. This pullback ended up being a good 23%. On this death cross right there, the pullback really ended up being, I don't even know if you want to go from there, like 17%, or if you're going from after the death cross, which is more right there, not even really a bad one if you think about it, kind of more just like 8%. Anything else right here? This one back here, 16, 17%. And we're kind of around that range right now, but I think what's happening is, see 17%, oh, we didn't actually have a death cross there. Okay, that was COVID. We're not going to worry about that. Oh, sorry, that was 2008. We're not going to worry about that. The difference now over here is we were doing good. We had good earnings reports, good earnings reports, good earnings reports. Now we're getting into bad earnings reports time. You know, bad earnings reports, that's not what we're looking for here. So kind of watch to see what happens as we approach this, $1,300 level as far as the NASDAQ is concerned, but overall not looking so good. And on the monthly chart, we are breaking down below the 20-month moving average. Kind of similar to what Bitcoin's chart looks like, except for the NASDAQ actually just went down, right? Last time that happened over here wasn't too good. That was a nasty move. The 20-month moving average is really just not a good time to be in the market ever when you break down below it. We never broke down it there. Bad time there, bad time there. Then, of course, the 50, then the 200. Yeah. And then, what else? That wasn't too bad right there. That was a pretty bad. Oh, geez, yeah, that was really bad as well. Yeah, I mean, so, you know, the whole market is kind of teetering right now, and you're starting to see the stock market move down a little bit more than Bitcoin, if you ask me. Bitcoin's been kind of holding up relatively well because we've been holding over our 20-month moving average. Here's the Dow Jones. We haven't even touched on its 20-month moving average, but if I take away these lines, I mean, we've tapped on it, but we haven't closed down below it, right? So we're still above it. I think the Dow can definitely go down more than the NASDAQ here. But watch out for that. Because, again, every time we break down below this 20, I mean, we're not having good times here. This one actually wasn't too bad here. And, again, this was all with good earnings. Drop and then drop. This is with good earnings reports. Drop. This was 2008 again. We don't have to worry about that. But, I mean, even with 2008, still having a bad time here. Look at that drop. This drop right here just in that 1 month. 12%. Now, for this month, I don't think we're nearly that bad. Body of Canada, we're down like 2.66. And lastly, here's SPY. Move that out of there as well. Move drawings. We haven't even tapped on it yet. We haven't even done a wick tap or anything like that. We're going to be watching this pretty closely as well. I'm hoping that if the stock market was to recover and have a stronger move down the road, it would be led by the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500 and the Dow would just have to follow along, if you will. If we have good earnings reports next week, there's a good chance Bitcoin rebounds and all this bearishness goes away in a heartbeat. But if the earnings are not good and the market continues to slide, or the market continues to slide and earnings are just okay, so to speak, you're going to see Bitcoin take a larger move down, of course. But then again, whenever we kind of hit these bad points, they kind of look the same because, all the indexes are pretty similar. We just tend to have some really bad days. The last time we broke down below, that was 2020. Definitely, it was down like 13%, but if you go all the way down here, 27, that's a COVID thing. I wouldn't really be using that for historical data. Last time we fell down below it over here, had like a max at 15%. Down here, probably not nearly as much. What was that? 9%, 13%. So we've had some rough times as we approach this 20-month moving average. Nobody ever talks about this. I don't know why, but I seem to feel like when those months are bad, they just happen to be really, really bad. And it shows you that, when it breaks down, it's usually a good buying opportunity, and that's the main point I'm trying to convey with you. Not that Bitcoin's going down, so panic, panic, panic. It's that when indexes and Bitcoin go down and they break down below this moving averages, they usually are great buying opportunities. Because if I were to stretch this out just a little bit more and stretch it out even more, right? You can buy this dump, and if you bought, if you were buying up all over here and you had an average kind of around this 50-month moving average, if you would have just held on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more months, a lot of your positions would be up 30%, 40%, looking really good returns. Same right here. If you bought on this dump right here, just to say you probably got the close of the month, end of the month, a few more months down the road, you would be up 20%. Now, those are not crazy gains, I grant you, right? But I think it does show you that if you can just kind of weather the storm on these really bad monthly candles here, you can really get some good returns if you just buy and wait for a few months, and you're looking really, really good. Even this one right here. Let's say you bought and you kind of say, okay, we're going to be looking at the 50-month moving average. Let's buy down here. Then the following month, it actually goes down another 4 or 5%. You might be panicked, but if you kind of just go off of history, like, okay, well, I just know it's going to go back up. And also, it's the stock market. It's the crypto market. They're only going up over time. It's not like they're going down over time, right? And so a few more months down the road, now you're up like 26%, 30%. Some of your plays may be up more. Some of your plays may be down, down, right? But still, when we break down below this, you have great opportunities to buy. And if the market keeps going down, you just keep buying and buying and buying. Not in bulk, of course, but you can keep on buying, bit by bit. I probably would have bought a little bit more heavily right here just because we had a green month. Maybe we're going to do a reversal. But, you buy, and you're going to be just fine. So, the markets aren't good. I know we got that out of the way. But if we do have a really bad May here in the next 40 days, I'm buying a bunch of crypto because I think it's going to be more like this or even this where, how long? This was Bitcoin being down for the most part about 120 days, 4 months. I will take not having that money for 4 months and doing nothing, sloshing up and down and all around. Within a few more, 7 months later, I'm up 200%, and that's just with Bitcoin. Imagine what your altcoins would be if Bitcoin rose up 200% from where it is. So it's that type of stuff of what I'm trying to get you guys prepared for is if we have a dump like right here and we come down, 1, 2, 3, 3 months or so, and that kind of ties in again with that 50-month moving average. Well, if you just waited, this is going to take a while now. 35 months or 1,000 days, so 3 years or so, a little under 3 years. Under 3 years, you guys get 10,000% on Bitcoin. And imagine what the altcoins would have been like. It kind of makes sense just to kind of wait for that all-time high peak and all the kind of wild stuff. So if you guys are looking to buy on what I perceive to be a larger downward move coming, you're going to either want to buy in a lot, over a month period of time and just kind of leave it, or you're going to try to go with another method, which would be buying a lot on the dip down, but then at the same time, what your goal would be is to just kind of sell some here, sell some here, maybe sell some here, and then kind of buy it down lower. Then you're going to kind of start this kind of swing trading motion where your whole goal is just to accumulate more money, but you're not going to be holding that capital for as long as you might otherwise would. So more work on your part, but also a greater chance of profits, also a greater chance of risk on that method as well. But I think that's what most of us are just going to be doing, but we're separating them out, right? We're just going to buy on this potential crash, buy and load up, but while everything else is going on, we'll have ample opportunities to be buying, right? Buy more, do some more swing trades, do some day trading while in that time frame, and that way we can just kind of ignore that longer term position that we've kind of stored in. So later down the road, you guys will have great opportunities to, just kind of take screenshots of the gains and see, wow, this position is up, 2,000%, and all I had to do was hold it for a few months to a year, basically, right? And then when you can take those pictures and you can kind of show your friends those types of things, you see, yeah. And they're like, oh my gosh, how did you do that? And you're like, well, I did what a smart trader would do. I bought when everybody was panicking, and then I just held knowing the market was going to go up down the road. It's the stuff like that, right? Now it's only determined, if we do have a crash, it really comes down to how long do you have to wait. And nobody knows that as much as we would all like to know. Nobody knows that. And as far as we know, I think people keep on saying that America is most likely going to have a food shortage here because of all the wheat and the fertilizer that's not coming from Ukraine. All of the countries around the world are kind of having these little bidding wars for resources now, and it really hasn't hit the consumer just yet here in America. But give it 5-6 months, when food, the harvests come in, so to speak, then you're going to start seeing some problems across the globe, and that may lead to the prices dropping even more, but I'll still be buying. But, I don't think we're going under 20,000 But I'm going to keep buying bit after bit, and if we start taking larger moves, buy more, buy more, buy more. That's really the goal here. So, as bearish as I am, right? Don't think of it as me wanting Bitcoin's price to go down. So I can short it, which I will be shorting it, but uh, I'm more inclined to really want to buy larger positions down here, and it still remains to be seen if we will tank. Just because the technicals are bearish, Bitcoin is known as just giving the middle finger to technical analysis like me. I have been burned plenty of times on trading Bitcoin. Now, not usually on these longer swings, but everything looks bearish and all of a sudden a whale comes in and plops in like 100 million. Oh, I got toast and I got like a, well, stop loss, so I didn't really lose that much money, but it's enough to tick you off for sure. For sure. But that's what I mean, guys. If we do break down below this 20, like here and here, and we look at the NASDAQ and this, like, Dow Jones, break down below them, when we break down below them, they're usually great buying opportunities. And if, for the most part, we usually only go down for like, a couple months, maybe a few months max. And during that whole process, you will see the chart with a long freaking red candle, and you're like, I need to keep buying. I need to keep buying. I need to get a second job so I can keep buying more. That's the type of mentality you'll have when this big, or if we do have a larger red bar in the crypto space. Uh, there are still plenty of YouTubers out there saying that we're gonna. We found the bottom. We're not gonna go down below like the 20-month moving average, or I think they were going more off of like $40,000, but like closing below it. I think that's what they really meant to say, because we've been kind of having these higher lows here. So if I were to kind of remove all these drawings, probably best to go to the Coinbase one, right? Yeah, we can just give it that one. So in a basic sense, you can see that we've had these higher lows. Low. Oh gosh, no, don't do that to me now. Okay. It kind of locks into each little brick here. So I'm just gonna go like this. Low, higher low, higher low, higher low. I won't even try to add a question mark here. Maybe I can have one over here. Yeah. Question mark. Is it going to be a higher low? If it is, we have an opportunity. I don't know if whales will take it, but we have an opportunity then to bounce back up to 44,000, 45,000, and that'll be good because then we can have higher lows. But we also, we had lower high, then we had a higher low here, lower high again. Really not, looking the strongest at the moment. But at least we'll have the opportunity, and sometimes that's all we need to get bears and bears to kind of shake off a little bit and bulls to kind of go ramming through. But the only reason I'm not too sold on that one is just because how bad the stock market's going to be over the next few months. You're going to see people tighten their wallets even more, and then when that starts being represented in the data, specifically for those people that monitor everything at Visa, Mastercard, American Express, they keep track of how much you guys are buying, and they sell that information. If you don't know if you guys knew that, but if you guys have a Mastercard, Visa, they sell that information so people know where the money's going, and it's a really good thing to buy, right? If you're a business, you want to know where the money's going and what sectors, all that good stuff, or if you're a bank that wants to invest, right? Um, but when they start realizing, they're starting to see it now, but it's not nearly as bad. When people really start to tighten, that's where you're going to start to see some problems here. But I think because of COVID, it's going to hit everybody a little bit different, right? So I'm still really happy to travel during this whole time, but maybe I'm not going to do many road trips that go through the middle of America or something like that because I don't want to pay for all that gas. Or maybe, oh, I don't even know. Maybe I don't buy an extra loaf of bread because bread's up to $5 in a couple months. Something really crazy like that, but you get what I'm saying. So I think you're going to start to see that happen more and more. And as we really try to stop inflation here, I don't know if that's really going to help the gas prices too much. And personally, this is something that's just on my head. I have no proof this is going to happen. I still think Russia's going to do something very dumb with Ukraine, something that's going to be extremely escalatory, whether that's some type of smaller bomb or something that really ticks off the whole world that kind of spikes all of the oil prices across the whole globe. I think something like that is still going to come. It may be claimed as a mistake or something, but something stupid is going to happen over there pretty soon, and that's when I think you're really going to start to see some acceleration on the downside, I guess you would say. But that'll be out of nowhere. Nobody will know what's going to happen. But I will use it as a very good buying opportunity nonetheless. Okay, yeah, but that's kind of the gloom doom side of what could possibly happen with a little bit of race, a little bit of sunshine, so to speak. Again, You guys have looked at tons of charts in the past, and I mean lots of charts. Let me bring this up right here, and let's go back to that rectangle. Yeah, yeah, I mean that should work. Do you guys see it more likely at this point that we have a red candle that goes like this, or more likely that we have a green candle that maybe looks more like this? Oh, that's not what I do. There we go. Looking at this pattern right now, which one looks more likely to you? Kind of using that part of your brain. You may say it's green, you may say it's red. That's fine. But for me, right now, when I look at it, I think it's more on the red side personally. And where's my little green thing? Yeah, there we go. You know, and that's why I'm in part why I'm kind of bearish on Bitcoin. I can really just see the next month just really trashing us down here. And we've done a really good job of holding on to this for 1, 2, 3 months, almost 4 months of holding above this level right here. We've done a fairly good job. There's tons of buyers in the market. There's tons of institutional buyers. But my thoughts in a large nutshell, if you will. All right, let's go back over here though. Let's put it back on the 1 minute chart. Anything interesting happened while I was talking? No, Bitcoin just went down a little bit, but nothing too crazy, if you ask me. There we go. All right. Hey, teaser. Happy to see you again. Let's see. Can I do some technical analysis on Lucid for a friend of mine? He tells me he wants to go all in this week on a long-term hold. I think it's not so good of an idea on Lucid. Yes. Let me check this out here. Lucid. Yeah, this kept on breaking down. It would have been great for puts, can. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it came back up a little bit just to come back down even more. Weekly death crosses here. Okay, let me get rid of this though. Earnings is on May 2nd. I don't know if I would buy in before that, to be honest, but this is the weekly chart. Let's go look at the daily chart. Look a little bit choppier, of course, but oh yeah, that was the time we got puts right there on the breakdown. That was beautiful. Um, I would only really want to buy this under $17 most likely if you did want to do a longer play. The fundamentals of this company have not been performing too well. If your friend likes to get into the boring details, maybe he can read last year's 10K report or maybe just an annual report and kind of not read it, but mostly skim it over. As far as Lucid's concerned, let me see right here. There you go. Lucid Air. Okay. It's like a nicer Tesla, but I don't know if I want to pay that much more. Doo. There you go. And financials, SEC filings. There's the 10K. That's how you find it. You can read it if you want to. Um, I'm and I don't really feel like downloading this, but there's a lot of freaking information in this. Basically, 136 pages could be pretty fun. But these fundamentals have not been so strong. I have some long-term holdings in this. I'm going to continue to hold on to them. I haven't even touched them, mostly because in my retirement account, I don't really feel the need here. But you know, I would really wait for it to come down lower. If he does want to go all in, he would want to split it up a little bit and not be buying in bulk. Buying in bulk is not going to really help you out here. That's like trying to buy in bulk here, here, here. The price just keeps on going down. And if he bought in bulk somewhere around here when things were kind of leveling out, he would still be down about 32% on whatever amount of money he has. So ask him if he's prepared to have his position be potentially another 20% down from where it is now, and that's if it holds support. Because if it doesn't, then we're talking about going back down to the $15 range, the $10 range, and that's even before we hit recession territory down, Q4, maybe Q1 of next year. You know, careful with it. I'm still holding mine. I think I probably should have sold it a while ago, but I tend to give things like this a chance just in case they go parabolic down the road. But that's why it's in my retirement account and not in a normal investment account. So read that 10K. if he understands it, they kind of tell a story during part of it. I guess that's a good way to say. So they can say in their words what went wrong, what went well, what they think the future of the company is going to bring, what is it like competing against Tesla if they want to even talk about that. Because the market share is probably talk about it, but you get what I'm saying. SPY puts were out of this world for the last 2 days. Got some puts, and then the VIX was low, up 300% loan today. Dude, that is awesome. I haven't been able to trade many options since the Netflix puts. Those Netflix puts printed out a lot of money. So I've been kind of chilling for the past few days, working on the ultimate trading guide here. I'm up to slide number 32, and I'm currently working on it. Because then I explain, what the good platforms are for and stuff like that. So we've started off with what are stocks, what are options, what are crypto, what is crypto, and now we're talking about trading platforms, and after that we hit trading tools, and then we start going into candlestick patterns, the basics of technical analysis, trading patterns, how to execute a trade with a trading journal. It'll be really nice. Take a sip of water out of the pitcher though. Hold on a second, guys. Been drinking too much tea lately, so I feel like I need some water in there. Who's ready for a sideways weekend? I would be happy with a sideways weekend on Bitcoin or up because I think it's going to go down, and I don't really want to see that happen. I don't drive as much because of gas. I've already been doing that. Although I'm going to Miami in 2 weeks, that'll be pretty fun. I need to go to freaking Miami. Um, no, I'm saving up because what do you call? Well, not saving up, but I already know I got the my Belize tickets, so I can go down there to check out houses and stuff like that and plots of land. Have I planned out any more trips? I mean, small road trips like 3 to 4 hours, but that's across different areas of Washington State. Me and Loki are going to go to the beach a few times this summer, and that's going to be really fun. And I'm going to pay for my mom and sister to join me, and then I'm probably going to get all of us hotel rooms and stuff like that, which would be pretty chill. So, kind of like 3 weeks out at different beaches across Washington State. It'll be kind of a fun thing. And hey, Magatoni, happy to see you back. Green candle. I would like to see a green candle. Again, last time we were down here, if I can pull up this, whales came in and saved us, right? Right at the Fibonacci level, right there. Held it for the most part, came back up. Whales were like, woo hoo hoo, let's go, baby. And now that did make this trend line a lot weaker. We talked about that, and that's why when it came down the next time, it really wasn't too hard for us to come back down. But, we're kind of hoping for that. And I don't really want to be reliant on the whales. And that's, again, another reason I'm bearish. But again, this isn't really a solid trend line here. Remember, I trust the trend lines that go from wick to wick more than I do from body to body. It just makes more sense, I guess, as far as, or it's been proven to be more accurate. You see shorts attack those levels a lot more than you see them attack these types of levels. Because if this was a normal trend line, we would have fallen down a lot more. Move to Missouri, cheapest gas in the U.S. Don't know how we do it, but we do. You guys probably have some good refineries over there. I haven't. I think I'm paying like $4.50 something cents right now for gas. So it's a decent amount, but it doesn't hurt my wallet, but I notice it because at my gas station, when you go to the little when you're looking at like how much gas is and how much money, there's those little Joe Biden stickers saying I did that, and they're like all over the place over here, and I just can't help but laugh. And I'm like, darn it, Joe, because whoever does that type of marketing stuff, whoever thought of that type of stuff, they're freaking geniuses. Kind of makes me feel like it was some type of corporation that just kind of make people think they should be doing it. But man, it's a really smart thing they're trying to do over there. Imagine paying $5 a gas. Couldn't be us. Let's see. What's right there? Anything else here? No, nothing else. Okay. Sorry, looking at something else. Over on that monitor. Quick earnings, no. Bitcoin, no. No. Yeah, we're close to the end of the month, so we can talk about this a little bit. For the last 90 days, most crypto is kind of unch or up for the most part. You guys see Bitcoin's up 12% in the last 90 days. Ethereum is up 20%. What do we got? BNB's up 10. XRP's up 20. Solana's up 3. Luna's up 41. ADA is down 16. AVAX is up 20. Dot is down 1. Doge is down 1.5. And Sheeb is up 8. So, what is it? What else I got? Matic is down 11. Oosh. Near is up 26. So, and Kronos is up 18%. It's not bad. I mean, for the most part, things are looking pretty good. You have seen some pretty bad ones over here, like Link hasn't been performing well. Uniswap, Atom, but I think for the most part, I think the market's been pretty fine. Algorand hasn't doing so hot, but I think they had a really good last quarter though. Anything else here? ApeCoin, yeah, ApeCoin's been doing its own thing. What is ApeCoin even doing right now? Did it get hit hard because Bitcoin's not doing anything right now? Nope, still climbing. This is a 1 minute chart. It broke out right there. That was the buying opportunity. Kind of got shaky there, but if you guys bought the breakout for like a leverage play, oh geez, you'd be up like 5-6% with 10x leverage. That'd be a nice one. So ApeCoin's still doing fine. And remember, I did put up a new stream today, guys. Uh, ApeCoin and Doge Elon Mars. If you just wanted to see the technicals on them, I don't think there's gonna be many people talking in there. But the technicals, they'll be there if you guys want to take a look at them. Although I have to say, ApeCoin is trying to go into like all this new territory, so there's not many more levels until things really start to shave off a little bit here. Back over there. Someone got arrested for doing the Byron stickers. Oh Jesus, yeah. Oh, it is what it is. Leave it to the gas gets back down. The MAGAs look like fools. I think we know who the cop supports. You haven't bought the breakout. Oh, hey David, that's awesome. What do you call? Sorry, I dove into politics for a second. I probably shouldn't have done that. What do you call? Right now, the best things to be playing are anything that's not following Bitcoin, guys. That's really what you guys are going to be looking for. Anything that's not following Bitcoin. Let me see right here. Anything else though? I don't think so. But right there, yeah. All right. I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. I'm gonna take Loki out on a walk, and then I gotta go to the store and buy some kielbasa for breakfast tomorrow. Anything else I want to tell you guys though? I'm still bearish. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still bearish, but I'll give you guys my honest opinion, even if I'm wrong in the future and we do kind of bounce up from here. Just be careful of this weekend. I think I'm gonna probably stream tomorrow and Sunday here, and probably take Monday or Tuesday off as far as streams are concerned. And if something really crazy goes down, I'm gonna kind of hop on and stream for it. So you guys won't know when I'm going live this weekend, but if something crazy goes on later on in the week, I will be going live. I guess that's a good way to say it here. All right. But thanks, everybody.